Buongiorno, mi chiamo Upene. It's gonna be a quick stream. Just need footage. So I'm not gonna promote this stream out anywhere. Because I'm not gonna get any views. Come ça? C'est la vie. Pardon me. Just need to get stream content for a stream. For a video. So, if you're watching this in playback, this is not really an important stream, so you don't need to be here. Just getting some content for my stream, for my YouTube video. It'll be short, it'll be like 10-20 minutes, maybe 30. The goal is just to go to water access. But yeah. Probably is a Gallimimus. Because I deleted the one thing I needed, which was me going to water access, and I didn't save it. I deleted it without realizing. I'm seeing ghost pin things. This is not good. Right. Wait, is the aisle... Why is it not working? Just gotta wait. Alright. Oh, I'm at here. I see. Well, I'm gonna try to kill myself. So, you know, this is the easiest way to kill yourself. Yo! Gert. Yo! Yogurt. Gert. Yo! What happened to my FPS? Playing the aisle has happened to my FPS. That's the real answer. Saying that, this is actually really poor FPS. And I kinda don't want to record with this FPS, but I suppose I have to. Is there a way I can make it better? I would like to make it better. I suppose I could do this. Much better. Bella! Alright. Is it that bad? Kinda. It's also because I'm streaming, so it doesn't help. It does not help at all. What the? It's blue! Why are you blue, Jesse? Jesse, why are you blue? There you go. This is the content I'll have in my game. Oh no, I can't go back up. No. Hey, stop. Keep it going down. So the reason I'm doing this dialogue is I'm trying to get content for my new YouTube video, which is going to be it's going to be a YouTube video that'll be soon. It'll be soon, and life will be good. What the? It's just light. Based on what? I'm basically gonna get a dinosaur and go to water access. The video itself will be, water tanks. Oh my goodness. Almost dead. Yeah, it'll be a lore video, basically. It'll be a lore video based on water tanks. Yay. Did I hear that right? You did hear that right, Dialog. You did hear it right. You did hear it right. I'm going insane for 6 minutes at my next like lore epic YouTube video. It'll probably get only a couple hundred views. It'll most likely get only a couple hundred views, but because it's not really much of an engaging video. But hey, I feel like I should be a bit of a news channel for lore. Whenever something actually lore changes or is added, I need to be on the tip of it. On the boom. I'm the lore man. I don't mean that to be like saying I am the lore man, I'm the lore guy, anything like that. I want to be someone who just helps communicate lore when other people can't, when other people don't, you know, can't be always update to it. You know, there's people who aren't even in, don't even use Discord. So how are they supposed to know about these things? One of my all-time highest commenters in this channel comments here because he doesn't have Discord, so he can't commune with us. So I think something like that helps, I suppose. I can't wait. It'll be a very chill sort of video. It's only 6 minutes. Kind of the lawman. Kinda. I'm not like the lawmaker, I suppose. I am a law guider. I guide others to a path. I can't say the rest of the quote because I can still enjoy law. Unlike other people. Where did I spawn? Okay, just going directly north. Perfect. You know what? I'm gonna go to this first. But yeah, hope you've been well, Dialog. I know last time you couldn't come because of biology. I hope your biology went well. Yeah. Hopefully you are doing the best you can be doing. And also there's a latency issue on my streams, so enjoy like a 30-second delay from answers and question to answer. Yeah. If you do want to answer me. Biology's in 2 days. Oh my goodness. Did you lie to me? You had geometry today. I'm pretty sure you said biology. Dialog, how dare you? How dare you lie to me? Are you a liar to me? Why would you lie to me? Geometry. That sounds fun. Oh god. Oh god. I think I died. I died. Might have just died. Might have just died. Studied everything. Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds so fun. Alright, where do I spawn? Oh, I'm at West Rail Access, I just killed myself at this point. Where's the local killing point where I can die? Straight to Tartarus. You're going straight to Tartarus. Here's something. I hear Dilo. You know what? Screw this guy. I'm gonna hit this guy. I see him. I'm gonna take this guy straight to Tartarus. I'll show you Tartarus. Frickin' Ruka. I'm gonna kill your baby. I'm most likely not going to kill the baby. Let's do it. I know, I don't know why Terra was disabled. Apparently the slipstream stuff was all invisible. So it's probably why it was such a pain in the ass to try to do it all. Now, where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where's your baby? What the? Serrato? Making a lot of noise. I don't know why it was disabled though. I got really curious. God damn it. I'm so loud. I'm so loud. Sneaky. Sneaky. I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky. Stop it! Stop it! Stop! 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 Get away, fool! You can't get me! It is the authentic Gallimimus mindset, as you know. This is how you survive in the Isle. Just hit. Terror riding, terror riding, terror riding! Terror ride! Terror ride! Terror ride! Ah! There's millions of them. There's millions of them. I thought there was only one, and then there was two, then there was three. God damn it, it's better for me. I got this, I got this, I got this. Can't get me, fool! Can't get me! Yeah, you trying to do the little scary berry. Oh! Oh! Look at See this power kick? That's a power kick if I've seen one. They're probably talking about it like, oh, I'm just getting attacked by Thingbob. Die, fool! Die! Never see this coming. I'm gonna go from another angle. So you'd never expect it, would you? Oh! He's expecting me. Oh! Mwah! Mwah! Fools. You don't understand the power. The Gallimimus. Weaklings are weaklings. Let him know. I've got to let him know. Goddamn stinky dumpster fart masters and all that stuff, I suppose. I think so. So just get my diets up, you know, in the meantime, because I'm such a pro. See, this is what like people like Player Zero do. This is their content. This is them. And if you look at any other stream of my, like every other VOD of me, it's completely opposite. So, you know, this is how you prove yourselves part of the major league, the Isle gamers. I'm a pro combatter. You can't get me. You can't. I'm too good. Too good at this game. I'm not getting any diets from my diet plant. Oh my god. No way. No. What? You saw that, right? It said it was a diet plant. Oh my god, I've just been eating plant, not diet. What? What? No. No. No.
The predator stalks its prey.
Oh, I see little dialogue. He's trying to scavenge off them. What a stinky pinky. I know your moves. I know your moves. That's a hot test for you, yeah. Yeah. It's a classic hot test. Where do ye be? Just gotta smell the meat. If I smell the meat, I find that stinky dialogue. I'm gonna follow them. Where are they? Has to be that way, right? Is it moving? It's not really moving though. It was flesh, not meat. There it is. There they are. I am faster than them. Oh, what the? Why did it... Oh yeah. No, they'll never see this coming. You ready? Oh, okay, just gotta sniff. Where are they? Oh my goodness, I didn't even hit them! I didn't even hit them! Oh my goodness. What was that? Let's try it again. One more time. Ha 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 ha! Oh my god. Oh my goodness! He just spawned in there. What the heck? What the heck? Is it admin abuse? Admin abuse! Admin abuse! Please don't get me down, dude. Please don't get me. I'm only attacking him because I'm an aggressive, hyper-aggressive herbivore. Omnivore. Utah Raptor. I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. There you go, you scavenging Utah Raptor. Omniraptor, I should be saying. Where do you be? Fine. 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 Ha ha ha! Mwah! Mwah! They literally do not see this coming. They have not seen this coming at all. Why? So there's only is 2 Serratas. I just fooled myself in thinking there was 3. It's funny. You going to a cliff? Where are they going? Mwah! It's like I'm an hallucination. I'm in a hallucination. I'm in their minds. Run away from me, fool! Because you're weak! You're weak and dying. Stinky Ceratosaurus. I know where you live. In the game, I mean. Mwah! It's a stupid laugh. It's a dumb laugh. I am not helping them at all. Oh! You stinky binky, I saw that. I saw that. I'm not a Gallimimus, I'm not a Gallimimus in real life. I'm a real man. It's not a grab to me. I'm a human being. Trying to run after me, fool. Oh, the Utah Raptor is there as well. The Omniraptor, I mean. Can't smell the Omniraptor. There it is. Oh, I have no stamina. No. Ah, you win this time. Ceratosaurus and Omniraptor. You win this time. In the meantime, let me get some stamina. Until the next. Until the next. I'm a human being, I'm a human being, I'm a human being. Saying that, I wouldn't mind a bullfrog right now, guys. Wouldn't mind it. Why am I only... I don't know. Stamina, 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 stamina. Don't you love it? I wonder if I can smell it still. Probably not. Probably think I'm dead. It's good. And they won't be. Ooh, they will not be prepared for when I come up to them. They will not be. I should advertise, but I want to just get content, and this content for YouTube video isn't engaging, so I need it to be not cray-cray. Oh. Oh. What the? It would be funny to get a lot of people in here. Who's dead? Who's dead? Who's dead? Where are they? Where are they? What is this? What are you? What are you? It would be fun though, to get lots of people in. It would be fun. It'll be for next time, once my next stream is on. This is just a YouTube video stream. Oh, dead body. Where am I? There am I. I've gone all the way down the south part. It's going the opposite way. For the water access, what the? Get out, get out. No, let's get some stamina. The stamina. Just gotta wait. Apparently they fixed Lumen as well. I don't know. It's crazy. That's good. Good for them. Be right back. No worries, die love. Why is it doing this every time I alt tab? What are you doing? What are you doing? I want to get better, please. Oh no, this silly stuff. I turn off Lumen. Turn back on Lumen. Stamina. It's not really happy with me changing apps, really not. Understand it. Well, I wouldn't understand it. Round and rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I want to play Bernie Pioro. I want to play it anyways. I like this song. Ready? One of my favorites currently. Probably gonna get copyright striked? I don't know. Not copyright strike, but a copyright thing. Who cares? It's not a stream to worry about these little minor things in life. Where is it? Why is it not playing? Play. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. There you go. Alone. It's a bit too loud.
The lone Gallimimus walks along this way. The sanctuary, where its food and diets are. This is Tomathan Gallimimus. He is a small creature, about yay high. Needs to find his own way to get back down again. Oh, goddamn, this is a big one. Oh, there you go. Anyways, I was saying, Tomathan is a young Gallimimus of around 15% of age. He's a small fellow. Oh my goodness.
Get away, child! Get away! Why are you doing it in a sanctuary? What do you need there? Oh no. You have a body right here. Eat the body. You monger of... Look what I've done. What have I... No! 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 You're ruining the experience for me, for Tomathan. Please, look what you've done. No! Just want to eat food. That's got a delay effect and everything. Let me live. Just let me live. Alright, I'm living. I'm living. I'm living. God damn it, everyone's... Why is everyone here all of a sudden? What the heck? What the heck? This is not a good sign. This is not good. Yeah, there's so many dead bodies. Just... You know, I really hate when carnivores just go for killing. I mean, I suppose it's fair. But it's just a pain in the butt. There's a body right there. There's a body right there. Just go for the body.
Hello, Potentially Hacker. Hello. It's me, Tamathan, the local Gallimimus.
I'm gonna play the song again.
So Tamathan has just realized that sanctuaries are pretty shitty as places for an omnivore. Like himself, in the only server on horde testing. In literally the only hotspot, it seems. Everyone's freaking there all of a sudden. So Tamathan is making his way down. Let's get some food. Hi-ho! Hi-ho! Mr. Hacker? Or Mrs. Hacker? Who knows? Huh? The Hacker? I don't know. Anyways, as I was saying. Oh, I have no stamina! Hate this place. Anyways. As I make my way through the local little forest. Ooh, I love this place.
God damn it, you really don't need to be there, do you? Really don't need to be here. Got lots of friends? Oh, that's... There you go. Try to find me now.
I love this game so much, so much.
See, now TS1 is set in the official Discord on lore theories. Don't find me. How in the world did you find me? How? Does Trudon Venom allow people to see where they are? Or is he just Oh, you footsteps sent. Oh, goddamn, I'm gonna die, aren't I? God damn it. I don't know how powerful I am. I'm bigger, but I don't think... I know the stream delay is one, I can't fix it. Isn't... There you go, I'm dead. I swear, if this was someone from the Isle official Discord, I'm not going to be happy with them. See, I was really good at attacking those Ceratosauruses. Alright, this is Emmanuel, the Gallimimus. Alright. How close am I? Okay, I got north. Okay. Gotta go north. Gotta go north. Who knew Sanctuary? This is the first time I went to a Sanctuary in like a few weeks. It's just been so crazy. Like, I haven't had a very crazy time at a Sanctuary in ages. Just played Jedi Survivor. Sick. When was the last time I played Jedi Survivor? I haven't finished it. 2023, goddamn. I finished most of it. I saw Saw Gerrera. It's been a while now. I don't know where I specifically was. I can't say it just in case of spoilers. But I almost finished. I believe I was like 90% through on the percentage thing, Bobby. I was close. I was almost there. But that sounds cool though. It's good that you enjoyed it.
Back in 23, I think. I think it happened about 23, I think. Maybe even 22.
I remember it when it was announced. And me and my friends, we were like, man, this is crazy. 2023 is going to be the year. Spider-Man 2 came out. Jedi Survivor came out. Goddamn. Hello, Spy. You better not been that Trudon that killed me on the only server on horde testing. Fallen Order, Survivor. I've almost finished Survivor, but I finished Fallen Order. I finished Fallen Order about twice or 3 times. I was much more invested in Fallen Order. I felt like Jedi Survivor was a bit like Spider-Man 2, which just lacked a tiny bit. But not to say that it was bad, it was solid stories. I just feel like the original piece of a the original piece of a franchise piece. I won't call it franchise in this case. In a set is usually the better one because it's more simpler. It's not expanded upon, which I suppose it's always an effect. Oh, God damn it! Why do I play this game? I suppose it's always an effect of sequels. Have you seen a Green Dibble get killed by a Ceredo? And I have not. I've seen a bunch of Ceredos. I haven't seen a Green Dibble. No, I have not, so I presume you're a Green Dibble maybe, or you knew someone who was a Green Dibble. But I have not, though. I have not. I was harassing 2 Dibbles, and I was also harassing an Omnivore, an Omniraptor, next to it. But yeah. It's fair, yeah. I do need to play it again, let's be honest. I was playing it, Survivor, in the middle of exams. While also I was at work. Not while work, but I had theatre stuff. I do need to play it again. I just felt like it wasn't the same simplicity of it. I suppose there's always a simplicity aspect of most original parts versus the sequels, which it just takes a bit more dedication, I suppose, for like the average person to accept more. Like, if you look at Breaking Bad versus Better Call Saul, Better Call Saul is technically the sequel, although it's technically a prequel, which is slower. But for me, I much prefer Better Call Saul because it just adds so much, which is kind of ironic because where I'm talking about Survivor, it's kind of the opposite. But let's be honest, I need to do it again. I need to do Survivor properly. I'm currently trying to play Star Wars. Well, I'm not currently right now. I'm trying to play Star Wars: The Old Republic, trying to do all the storylines for it because it's just been a mission for me for the past 10 years to do it. By the end of the second act, I wasn't super into it, so I ended up dropping it until a week and then came back to it. Interesting. Honestly, that's probably where I might have ended up. I might have ended up at the second act. It's been 2 years now. Jesus. I might have ended up in the second act. I wouldn't be surprised. I do need to play the game again, though. I just felt like Survivor. I haven't really thought about the Jedi series for ages now. I need to play it. Really need to play it. Yeah. Also, I'm trying to do some content. This is me recording content for my next lore video. 6-minute long video, very short. I was talking about this before to Dylov. Basically, just content for a lore video, which is about water tanks. If you've seen the teaser, the intro, you've seen it. If you haven't, you'll see it. You'll definitely see it if you see the video. The video ain't planned to have like a lot of views or anything, but you know, it's for the fun. You know, it's for the funsies. Yeah, I get what you mean. So I was far more advanced in general. By the way, when you get around to replaying it, DM me. I have some methods to improve the graphics since it's kind of ugly. Yeah, fair. Okay, I will send you a message. I will do that. I know some of my photos weren't that bad that I took of it. I will look though. I have you on friends, right? It's not. Did you download Jedi Survivor illegally? I mean, in a legal matter that is not in tandem with. You might have just played on Xbox, I suppose, or like Xbox Game Pass. I want to see my photos that I took of it though. Did I press share, right? It's too much of effort. Too much effort. In Green Hell. Oh. That's a name. That's a name. Yeah, Green Hell. My brother played it. My brother also played the VR version of it. I saw a few videos of it. I was interested. Would you say I'm just not really like I don't know what type of game I wanted. I know what type of game it is properly. I know it's a survival world, but is it like the forest? I just want more forest games. Oh, actually, it does look like the forest when I look back at it now. I want Sons of the Forest, the Isle, hacker. Why can't we get it now? I always find it funny though. Sorry, I've had a tiny bit of alcohol. Always find it funny that when I asked Dondi about a survival mode, he said it'd be easy to do. What do you mean it's easy to do? What do you mean? I don't mean sorry, a single player mode. I don't mean a single player mode. That is just a copy and paste of everything, and you just versing AI, Dondi. I mean a single player story, a reason to play single player. It's kind of like the first, yeah. I was a huge fan. Played it back in 2022, yeah, fair. Nice, I'm still fractured, right, yeah. Yep, that's what that means. Gotta wait. Oh, yeah. Interesting. But no, I have not played Green. I haven't played Green Hall. I don't know if I answered that properly. I've only yeah, seen people play it and seen my brother play it. I might have it on my Steam family thing. No, I don't. Okay, we didn't buy it then. On Steam. Not really a fan either. Oh yeah, yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting hacker. Alright. Perfect. Where it's constantly pulled me out of the survival mindset and survival fantasy. Interesting. Wow. Huh. I suppose there is a overcomplicate survival a bit too much, and if you don't make it really nicely fanatical, I suppose you can ruin the sense of that lust towards survival games, which, you know, I really love survival games. I want more games like Sons of the Forest. I had an unhealthy addiction of thinking about it, like the Isle, Sons of the Forest, for a long time. The Isle will eventually reach a state where people won't like. There's so many people with this no idea about trends. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like it already has, although not in a popularized idea, if that makes sense. Anyone who then finds out, oh, there's humans? Every time, there's humans, I want to refund the game. It's like, bro, you took 2 seconds to research something, put 4 seconds in, you'll find out, or maybe, I mean, it's more than that, it's hyperbolic statement, apologies. But, put a few more seconds and you'll find out that, you know, you're not forced to play humans, nor forced to play with them. And if anything, and I feel like they should, seeing as they have brought back global chat, they should make non-human official servers. Although it kind of goes back to the idea that they used to put out for like earlier Rima, where, you know, the game was supposed to have several, like, official servers were going to have several game modes and stuff like that. I suppose so. Maybe they just want one official experience now. Is the new idea they want? It made me think about navigating it as solving a mechanic rather than surviving a scenario, if that makes sense. Interesting. Would you say? I mean, I know another complicated-ish survival game, which is the new that Minecraft one that started as a mod. Oh, there's a little bit of cement. Okay, maybe will be extended. Oh, no, maybe it's just that meshing in. What's it called? Minecraft Vintage Story. Have you tried Vintage Story? I know I haven't played it yet, but I do know it's like a more complicated version of Minecraft, starting as a mod for Minecraft, then expanded to a game itself, which is basically more of a, god damn, is it Dinosuchus? Like a more complicated version of Minecraft. I know a lot of people enjoy that type of game, but I suppose the complexity of the survival that it brings is labelled part of it. Vintage Story is labelled, I suppose. Oh, okay. I'm just, what is it? Is the mesh broken now? Don't tell me it is. No, it's just, okay. Yeah, I see everyone playing it on Smeasel server, and I'm like, I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, I kind of just want to play Star Wars: Old Republic and play a shit ton of piano because just been on a grind recently, the past month or two, no, 2 months. But the whole schmick is like a more complicated version of Minecraft, literally, you know, where, for example, you are basically, you want to get a die. Well, there's like a 40-step long process, not by hyperbolic statement, apologies. It's a 40 long step process to make a die, like red dye, where in Minecraft you just punch a flower, crafting table, booyah. But yeah, but I've been meaning to try it. It's not on Steam though, unfortunately, which does annoy me to the slightest extent. Huh. There's some guys here. Please don't kill me, mans. I just want to live. Me like, okay, it looks interesting. Some might play into playlist, but honestly, I think I might not just exceedingly complicated. Yeah, it just might be that way. You're just not interested in those overly complicated ones. Yeah, it could be that. I mean, suppose you don't know if you don't try it. But yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I want to try it because it looks interesting, but I feel like I'd probably be in the same boat. Thank you, whatever dinosaur you are. Stegosaurus. You gonna kill me? Oh, it's a Mixpackers. Am I Mixpacker as well? Ooh. Oh no. Wasn't it on Steam? I can't find it on Steam. It might be on Steam, but I couldn't. I know it's like you can pay for, like you can buy it on their website. I'll search it up though, just in case. Maybe they put it on recently. I don't know. Vintage Story. Let's see. For me, it's not on there, but maybe that could be a regional thing, because I know you can buy it from Thingbob, from their website. Apologies. So. Oh, hello. Oh, buongiorno. Buongiorno. Oh no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh! No! No! What game? Vintage Story it is. I mean, Ark is fairly complicated, and yet I still appreciate the early game survival. I still feel like Ark isn't... I wouldn't say Ark is complicated. I think there's a progression to it that becomes a snowball effect. Rather than in, like, Vintage Story, seemingly what it seems like, there's no snowballing in these things where you don't just snowball, like I said, the die analogy, you don't just snowball making a die. You can't do that. You still have the process of this, and this. Where Ark for me, when I played it, of course, I haven't played it for in ages yet, but it felt like, I mean, it's all the same style of survival, those multiplayer survival games, which they feel much more snowballing than anything else. I don't think the will manage to reach such a stage in completion that they could add the matriarch. I don't think the matriarch. It is canon, Spud. Don't have to worry about it being not canon or not. It does feel so far-fetched, and I feel like it feels so far-fetched, especially more because it has never been added to the game. So, I mean, same thing I feel like for Gen 2s, although will see Gen 2s, and I will believe that Gen 2s will come in. I just don't know how. It just feels impossible because we've never seen Gen 2s properly. We've seen mercs, roughly, like very rough styles, things of mercs, but let's be honest, it's not really that advanced. Those things, it was just a marketplace asset with a simple, gun mechanic that any kid could program with using a YouTube tutorial that you could get from, doing those, like, online, like, in-person classes a kid could program. So I'm really curious on how what I'm scared of, and I really hope that they bring in, is a good human mechanism mechanism, gameplay loop, whatever. Or gameplay loop, preferably, but it is kind of, yeah. No, Tatwin didn't make it unofficial. She didn't make it. She didn't make it. Dondi made it. Well, it was a part of legacy lore, legacy lore especially. Although it was never conceived in such a way that it appeared that it was it was hyper extended via the matriarch. So some YouTubers will mistake the matriarch for Tatwing's headcanon than what Dondi had of it, which was only like two things. I can explain better, but it takes about 5 minutes for me to try to get all the quotes and stuff like that. But for me, that's what it feels like. If you understand what I mean with Gen 2's being so far-fetched feeling because it's never been done before. I feel like that's what Dondi has been doing to an extent. I don't feel like the lore has become bloated, per se. If you mean so to say that in terms of the whole lore, as in everything we've gotten, Legacy to Evrima, yeah, I could say it's bloated in terms of like unneeded things and things that are just added in that were just really weird characters like Primordial, who, what the heck? Island Walker is very, like what's that? We do know that Dondi has a few times now, and finally properly done it, where he's compressed, well, this time especially, he has compressed Isle lore into a singular documentation of like a timeline documentation. In contrast to what we've had in the past with Dondi, him saying, like, announcing and blah blah blah, talking about it. What he's said, what he's done before in the past, every time he's tried to compile lore into a singular thing, it's always been very story-like, where, how would I say it? It's been, instead of it being a document per se, it's a book. He literally said in one of his tweets many years ago that he said, "I finished everything, might as well make it into a book," because Dondi just write too much, writing as if a book. But yeah, no, that makes sense, yeah, the sheer amount of individual concepts. That's fair, yeah. And that's what I believe Dondi wants to try to alleviate with the document. We know this timeline document isn't just a timeline, per se. It's also a timeline. It's also he's using Obsidian as well, much more handy. But he's using it also as a documentation of placing notes and written lore. I can't say it, but well, from what we've seen, he has made dot points, and these dot points contain information. A lot of this information is, I can't say it because I'm not allowed to. Well, not allowed to per se, but there's been a few times where he has given me things. Sorry, it sounds very egotistical, but I mean, of course, I agree. It needs to be. There definitely will be things that will just be ignored from old Legacy, which is good. It's good. I feel like him not ever going back in Primordial, maybe not Matriarch, sorry, Primordial, Island Walker, a few of these characters that just are not really need like necessary. It'll be good to see how things change. Of course, yeah. Yeah. It's hard to say. I'm kind of drunk. I'm not really drunk. It's just a bit fluffy in the head. What was the Matrix for lore information by Tatwing different to what Dondi wanted? Tatwing had it so there were 6 stages, or 5 stages per se. Forgive me if it's either 6 or 5. And it just boom, 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 that's it. Things like the replicator, Polar's philosophy, the island themselves, the creatures, strains, logistics, character studies, meaning of consciousness, etc., all very core concepts of the theory. There are so many that by default either the audience will be overwhelmed or it will be a shallow dive. If trimmed, it would allow them to go deep dive into a few topics instead of only getting a shallow glance at a ton of topics. No, I understand what you mean. There's always two approaches you can take with lore, I suppose. You just make a shit ton of it, you take the quantitative, you take the qualitative, and I feel like it's good to have a balance, because I suppose there's no right or wrong. Having more creates this really broad, which shows and gives ideas and says, well, make your own story from there. And then if you just make it a few, it's small, it's well in depth, but how do you expand from there? From what only so much we've been given. I suppose there's many ways I suppose you could definitely go about it. Also, yeah, the Island Walker might have been the big rib cage. That was the biggest theory. No confirmation, though, sadly. But no, I do agree. I do understand with that sentiment, though. I mean, if we just have a look at the iceberg. Let's just have a look. Have a look. I want to have a look. I just need a thing. Oh, I gotta put my apologies. Just gotta put the password in. Right. Profile. Damn. That should be showing it. What? Why is it not showing it? Oh, there it is. Why is it so big with this? Oh, that's why. What? Where's my iceberg? There it is. What? Where is my iceberg? There it is. So yeah, I think the only way you could have both quantity and quality would be to compromise on a few aspects, delegating some concepts to side quests or something aside into that, while having main quest only dive into a few concepts, character limit. That's fair. That's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you. Here's our little buddy over here. I'll just. But honestly, yeah, it's. I suppose that I don't mind having that though. I understand it may seem that it is diminishing. Realistically, I don't believe you can ever fully appreciate, in terms of putting a full appreciation to everything. If you do, it's very forget my politics, but it's a very communist approach in terms of giving the fair amount to everything. I just don't think you can realistically give a fair amount to everything. Of course, that fair amount of everything would be in this scenario the things, as you say, the main core points. So your pole engineering, your strains, your gateway, your guts. Maybe I suppose if that's would you really have to put that into law? Maybe. Your main parts, which I suppose then you can. Big, but I feel like the problem with, not the problem that, but with a thing then you have to therefore happen afterwards, is then say, okay, we have put, I mean, what do you specifically say? You say, Paul's philosophy, the islands, the creatures, strains, logistics, character studies. When you try to, I would say, from how I'm thinking about it, if you want to expand on the replicator, there are many ideas and theories. I wouldn't really put the names on there as a bit of a lore thing, because the trailers are, I wouldn't really count trailers as specifically hard lore, but I might put it on there. We'll see. Yeah, exactly, hacker. Of course, that's the very, like, really abstract, very far uh, side of the thing of the point. Just gonna get some food for my little guy, so I don't die immediately. Boop 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 boop. Apologies. Intermission, intermission. But I do believe, though, that if you want to give, let's just ignore this part about everything is given the same amount of depth. That's fine. We want to explore the replicator. Now, if we explore the replicator, that's our beginning of the iceberg. Or we can say that's the trunk of the tree. Now, the trunk of a tree, to become a tree, to be fully recognized as a tree, and also a trunk, it needs to grow, of course. I feel like, therefore, no trees can be perfect. No branch can be perfectly straight. So therefore, this idea that nothing can be truly the same amount of depth must also occur for these things that come off, these ideas that build upon the entity or the idea or the piece that you are upfrontly, foundationally creating. For example, the replicator, you need to be learning about the subsystems, because we know there's subsystems. Therefore, we have one subsystem, which is the tomb. The tomb is a much more important aspect. So, realistically, I suppose Dondi would highlight far more tomb than, let's say, XYZ subsystem, which might just be the electricity. I don't know. It depends. I have no idea about the replicator. Who knows? Well, Dondi did say the body of the replicator, the body quote unquote, isn't that important, and if we ever make a single player mode, it might make a appearance, I suppose. That's a rough quote from him. But therefore, the body of the replicator and the tomb subsystem, both would be subsystems per se. Realistically, if we just dim it down to simple, very archaic levels. We have the replicator, tomb, body, and then we must explore what the tomb is. Therefore, we can't just talk about this tomb, because we know the tomb was purged. Not purged, sorry, it was a specific term, and I was talking about it yesterday. Let's just say it was purged, but that is not true. Do not quote me there. That is not true. I know it's not true. It was attacked. Okay, so we go into it. Okay, we know it was attacked, and we also now know it relates to EIPs and storing the memories, the consciousness. Therefore, we can also then explore attacked, and now we must have this tree turning into a giant, beautiful vine, and therefore we have another base, and we have Apollo Engineering's philosophy. Because Apollo Engineering's philosophy, no philosophy is perfect, and no philosophy is accepted by all peoples. There will be people who do not like it and do like it. We know Apollo Engineering has had Dino Holy Wars or akin. We know it has been raided and attacked by people that it does not like. The Gen 1s were created via that. So if we want to branch again to another tree, we have Gen 1s. But back to Apollo Engineering's philosophy, their philosophy was attacked. They were attacked because of their philosophy. But what is their philosophy? These little things, of course you can never get them perfect. The whole point isn't about it, though, making it equal. The whole point is that some things will definitely need to be more qualitative, more quantitative. The qualitative part, the quality, that is an idea for me, I feel like stems back to how lore stories were made back in the day. Like Star Wars, The New Hope, it wasn't expanded upon. It was just, here it is. We're not going to give you a lore session where it's just explanation. We don't need juxtaposition. We don't need to be giving, there's a specific word, but we don't need to be giving backstory to everything. Let the people find out. Let the people be curious. This is the big problem with people in terms of making stories. They need to realize every author starts their book with a question, and by the end of the chapter, the reader should have hundreds of questions. Well, not hundreds. Realistically, it depends on how big the book is, the chapter is, how much writing in the content itself. But the content should be inquisitive. Humans are inquisitive by nature, so we must therefore think As the quote says, I think, therefore I am. People strive off this thinking part. But Trina became a real dino again. No. In terms of real life, ignore that. Ignore that. I don't think they're going to adhere to needing to subvert, to adhere to the gods of reality. I don't need to. I don't think they need to. But maybe it will affect. Maybe it will affect law. I don't think it will because it's just a lot of rewriting that I presume Dondi doesn't want to do again over and over and over again. I hope that made sense, Hacker. But then we have the qualitative, which is far more. It's what we see with FNAF, with the quality, not quantitative, the quantity of the stuff. More, and there's little blurbs. Every character's a freaking paragraph. Because Scott Cawthon or the new developers need to put explanation and blah blah blah, adhering to people who need more and more. It's why I don't like game theory. It's why I don't like film theory. I mean, I used to like them, but I just realized it's just a curse. It's just a curse placed on pressure, placed on people, on developers to make more, to need to make more, especially. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? It brings in engagement. That's the thing, though. It brings in so much more engagement. And therefore, you can have lore hunts where... I always come back to this in many times in lore theories, or just in my head. Where's the balance? How do you balance that? How do you balance the two? You can look at Tolkien. Tolkien did it good. Tolkien made the main books, but then he made the I can't say the name. Silmarillion. My tongues are not working. He made the big book of lore, which he didn't really finish. And his son had to finish. But it's just... You can see there, that's the issue. As you say, writing is such a complicated issue, and complicated tasks, so complicated. And to make the perfect piece is to not be a real person. There's no such thing as a perfect piece, of course. Whenever I write, I also try to approach it from answering a question rather than exploring a premise. Whereas it seems like Don prefers to start with a cool concept, then coming up with it, with explanation of roots for those concepts. I feel like that's a bit of a legacy preposition, though. Like, of course we don't know truly. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. We have the Arbor Burst. Was that... I don't know. Because we're getting a lot of these, more of these cool strain plant stuff. But do we know if it is answering a question? Or a cool idea? I've admitted that the root is a dinosaur game, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I suppose that's it's a producer, director point of view. It's a dinosaur game. It's not a story game. Not a story game. It's not a single player lore based game. It's a dinosaur game made for dinosaur survival peoples and a few human survival people, the dime a dozen. Yeah, of course, we don't know, and this is what it feels like. It's fair. Of course, I feel like there still is a difference between, I suppose, the development adding stuff and exploring stuff via mechanic game and lore. But at the same time, yeah, who knows? One thing I would say, I mean, I don't know. I can't. I wish I could comment. I wish I knew more. I mean, of course, there's no left or right or wrong with this. Of course. But it is curious to think many things that we know and things that I might know, might remember. Which I'm like, does it? I wonder where it started. I wonder where Tomb started. Did Tomb? I mean, yeah. I suppose a lot of things in Legacy came from came as a thing to explain why were things like this in the game. Why is this? Why did we have EIPs? EIPs explain humans, actual humans playing as dinosaurs. What are EIPs? EIPs are profiles. Profiles, what is a profile? Profile is just your Steam profile, realistically, back in the day. And the numbers were the Steam profile. Like your 64 ID, your ID 64, sorry. Yeah, fair. Well, with Replicator, Replicator came from the foundational idea that Legacy was built, that a lot of Legacy lore had, where it came from, why do we have people coming alive again, over and over again? And instead of it's just saying, oh, that's because, instead of saying that is, hold on. Instead of saying, I'll find something, I can't find it. Instead of saying, that X thing. Yeah, sorry, I've lost my words. Where the replicator came as an idea that why do we keep on replicating? Oh well, we're replicating because we oh, I crashed. I think I've crashed. No, okay. We're replicating because there's an AI machine literally replicating you. A lot of these, there's a few things in Legacy that come under that. A lot of Legacy was trying to explain why the game is like it is in-game, where Evrim, I don't think that's going to be the case, or has been the case, or will be the case. But if they can be all brought back in and tied to a core philosophical question or some sort of keystone aspect, those cool concepts could probably act as a strong benefit. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I do want more things like Errant 291, which might be against you, might be for you, however you feel like that. For me, Errant 291 was a great addition, because 291, we know 291 and many characters like it will never be seen again. One-time characters, Augustus, one-time character, 291, one-time character, Shirley and Dean might not be one-time characters because they're Dondi favorites. But these little things will be one-time characters. I want to see more of these one-time characters because they, at least with Errant 291, I hope Dondi realizes this if he ever does more, that 291 highlights and showcases not a story arc of a character, but a large concept or idea, like, as you said, like a part of an anthology, which highlights an idea, like highlights and pinpoints a key theme currently in the contemporary idea of the Vrima, where in Errant 291's case we have a person going astray all of a sudden. Like, why are they doing this? And we get further information to things like a biotrace. We get little pieces, we get little puzzle pieces like a biotrace. What's a biotrace? Well, Errant 291 had it, and then in the future we might have another character who has a biotrace, and it's like, okay, these two characters have it, and if these two characters have it, and this one character is this thing, then Errant 291 must likely be this thing. It's a nice little jigsaw puzzle that isn't trying to answer every single question, but give puzzle pieces to these questions, which is something that I feel like Dondi needs to explore more. We actually do see this in the Diabloceratops video. Sorry, I'm seeing your messages, Hacker. I'm just trying to go over, just rant a tiny bit. We do see this in the Diabloceratops thing. I might have talked about it in the video, but my videos are very hectic. But we see at the beginning the corruption of Archive 7. We know Archive 7 is being corrupted or has been corrupted, because there is double corruption in the video introduction itself. Because the introduction of the video is an edited in part to the already corrupted video, and we see that introduction is also got corruptions in itself. So therefore, we have a broader idea of Archive 7 being corrupted. which... Hello, Lily. Sorry, close the door, please. Don't bring it in. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. Okay. My dog is here now. But I like those little... Instead of just making a story, like, here's a Diabloceratops, here's some lore, jargon, embrace the jargon. Dondi has put in a bit of an idea, a bit of a theme. And it might not be super advanced. We only have the injection ideas, the idea of putting it into the ecosystem, how it affects migrations, how migrations are natural or natural. And then the bigger thing, in my opinion, in terms of lore is Archive 7. And then this Archive 7 being corrupted might go back to this idea of them being raided, which, of course, we don't know about. We don't know if that is true, but hey, it is interesting if that is the case, because it brings back to larger themes. I'll read your things now, sorry. Honestly, the appeal for Aaron isn't necessarily the single character arc. Sorry, the latency is terrible, I know. But yeah, as you said, it is not the character itself. Of course, I'm interested about the character, is it a spy, is it thing, but instead of personalization, instead of true quality of the character, we have the quality of the ideas brought in the subtext, which is a big thing, and it's very hard to write in things because you need to have ideas, you need to have plans, and therefore it clearly shows that Dondi has ideas, has subtextual notes that he wants to portray about the lore. Is it well developed? Who knows? We only have like 3 or 4 things really of lore, which is really sad after about 3 years, but I was talking about it yesterday, but it's been 5 years, Legacy, Evrima, give or take. Let's be honest, Evrima is going to take a longer time because it's so many more animations, so much more quality than quantity. But yeah, I'll read your thing. Trying to deep dive into it, bring him back, trying to continue the story would eliminate the strongest attention aspect of it. Yeah, exactly. And it takes away from the mystery of this. Tamim, TS1 was talking about it in Lore Theories that the biggest part he likes about it is that it's so mysterious. Now, I don't like there's 2 sides of it. The mystery of having so little, and then the mystery of the actual pieces themselves are mysterious, like Errant 291. Errant 291 is the right direction. Like the Diabloceratops video is the right direction, rather than making, like a movie, I suppose, where it's just explanation. Has anyone mentioned the possibility of there being some virus embedded in the video that infected the vinyl edited video as well? It'd be very... I mean, I haven't thought of it. I have not thought of it. I haven't really thought about video viruses before, in like server viruses, like technological viruses, but honestly, it could make sense. If anything, of that could work, and it would still come under the idea of a potential attack or a potential sort of electromagnetic interference that is not natural, clearly not natural, so therefore must have further meaning. Yeah, Darlove, as you say, it is too mysterious, and I would say it's not... I wouldn't say mysterious. I shouldn't be saying mysterious. I would say undefined. I feel like it's maybe a better term, because that's what Legacy was. Legacy just had term after term after term and after term, and idea and stuff like this. Well, not too many, but there was still a lot of things like that, which therefore it's just so much unknown parts, which we have currently in Evrima, only because Dondi hasn't explored a lot, because he just hasn't, it isn't the main part, I suppose, so he needs to still take time to actually do stuff. Oh, did you delete your message, hacker? Oh no. Oh, shit. Oh no, I can't read it as well, no. But yeah, if that makes sense, Dialove. I read you something about Neuros. My one idea, I read a tiny bit of it, sorry. But one idea I did have, which I think you were referring to, is this idea of neurotenic interference, which I don't bring up, but I do hint towards in the video, because we know there is, if you go to the ranger stations right now, there has the radiomagnetic interference like boxes. So there's an idea that we might see like some sort of electromagnetic spectrum interference throughout the world. It's very weird because I don't know how radio waves could truly kill people like that, but yeah, it is interesting to see. Oh shit, and I'm dead. Shit. Oopsies. Yeah, thank you, Dialog. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, it made all sense. I tried pressing it. I did press it, but it didn't work. I don't want to place Hipsy, sorry. I mean, I don't think it needs to be just the camera itself. It could also be, what would I say? What would you say? It could also be Archive 7 that therefore it affects. I suppose there's many things it could theoretically affect in general. I don't have the video on hand. Just want to double check something. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it would be very interesting. We do know that, Echidna still has electromagnetic capabilities of being able to replicate human voices perfectly, so which is quite interesting. I'm gonna find a specific thing. Just looking, hold on. Oh, why is it gone? Severe artifacting, electromagnetic damage during retrieval. The only thing is though, the artifacting apparently comes from the retrieval itself. What is the retrieval? Who knows? It most likely should be like a sort of digital retrieval, but it's hard to explain. Something like camera infected, resulting recording gets infected, resulting edit gets infected, whole archive gets infected. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah. The thing is though, not that I should explain, which I don't know if I do explain well in my video, so it can be poorly discussed about, given as an idea. The actual artifacting doesn't come from the trail camera video. It comes from the final edited video, which doesn't have the introduction. Although it's not the case where it's the camera being infected, but it's more so the original file, the file USGX. Well, actually, I don't really know if USGX is the file name or the recovery file. But file USGX. Yeah. So file USGX 9921C578 is the post-injection evaluation, which is especially about nutrient metabolism. So the main core of the video is a bunch of raw data showing them walking around, then a slideshow of this. So yeah, no, the idea though is something I would like to see in the future. Would love to see, because honestly, why not? We have the radio wave, the radio frequency warning at ranger stations. So why not play in that? Why not play in that? Just don't, let me say the quote properly. It should be, beyond this point, radio frequency fields at the site exceed, and I've lost it, exceed the FCC rules for human exposure. Do I have it better written? I don't. Let me get a better quote. It's the fuller quote. Yeah, beyond this point, failure to obey signs and site guidelines for not working. Why? Why don't I have the full one? I swear I've written the full one before. Suppose not. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, but yeah, there is an aspect of radio frequency fields being exceeding for the FCC, the Federal Commission of Radio Broadcasting, blah blah blah, for humans exposure as well, which radio is a part of Federal Communications Commission. Human exposure, the radio, of course, is part of the electromagnetic spectrum, so therefore neurotenics have been said they can interfere with such, and echidna especially is able to emit radio waves, radio transmissions, which would be via radio waves, of course. So it is interesting to see. It will be very interesting to see more stuff. The only problem is lore is so stinky, right? Not stinky, but it feels stinky in a way that it's just we don't have much being given. It's very, very, very slow. So it's just it hurts. It really hurts. Anyways, I've gotten enough content for my YouTube video, which is like 6 minutes long. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna black out. Yeah. Oh. Thank you everyone though for coming, especially Hacker and Dialove and everyone else. Spy, Spud. I think that's everyone who was talking. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. It's been a nice chat time. I wasn't supposed to broadcast this video to get views or anything, but we had a really nice conversation. That was really fun. That was really fun actually. Ooh. But yeah, that was good. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Yeah, fun talk. I should sleep. Yeah, no, good night. Good night, Hacker. I want to be making a better lore introduction video in the future. I want to make some more lore videos, stuff like that. I want to talk about it, discuss it, have more lore streams and stuff like that. You know, talk about it, you know? Why not? I want to be honest and brutally honest with lore and blah, blah, blah. I want more lore. But yeah. You can use any of my streams. Ah, no, it's okay. It's okay, Hacker. I've got an hour's worth of content. Of Gallimimus content, raw! But yeah, no worries. Thank you, Hacker, for the... If I do, I'll DM you beforehand, but I won't most likely, but in the future I might. Because I know your recording, like your stuff is pretty cool. It's pretty, like, nice because it's nicely widescreen, it's high quality. Not like mine because I have to deal with DLSS. Ugh. Yeah, thank you. I'm now going to play the customatory goodnight video. So thank you, everyone. It's been very nice. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy your whatever. You might wake up or see tomorrow, give or take, a new video by me, which will most likely get only a couple hundred views. Who cares? It's about telling the people about any single law that's changed. I want to try to do that. You know, tell the people. Because they should know. Instead of having to be constantly being in the artificial Discord and law theories. Anyways, thank you everyone. Have a nice time.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.